Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. This is our take. We are your hosts. I'm Ocean.
I'm Taylor.
And I'm Connor.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Connor to the studio for the not first time, but ladies and gentlemen, Connor is home finally. He decided to come back from the far off land.
Yeah, the land of the East.
But welcome home, Connor. We're super glad that you are back, and we're super excited to have you on the podcast. Connor is going to become pretty much a permanent figure here in the studio. Just we always like to have his input on stuff. So thank you for joining us, Connor. Looking forward to having you on many, many more episodes in the future.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me here as always. And I'm so glad to be back. Thank you.
Yeah, what was it like coming back to Hawaii?
Being here is so much better. I mean, I don't feel like I'm gonna die every time I walk out that door. But
Sure, not wrong.
getting here was very. If you ever move across like a body of water, just get someone to like move for you. Don't do it. Don't do it yourself.
Yeah, it's a lot of
That
work.
sucks.
Pay the money.
Pay the money to have a
movie.
moving company just do everything for
The
you.
convenience
It's way easier.
is a lot nicer.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good advice. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, it's only fitting that the first episode that we do with Connor back home here in the studio live is going to be our final impressions of Disney Plus and Lucasfilm's original TV show, Ahsoka. If you guys remember from our very first episode on the Ahsoka series, our initial impressions, Connor joined us because he's our Ahsoka aficionado. He has a dog named Ahsoka.
Yep.
And he is easily the most knowledgeable and like biggest fan of that particular character.
She's the best Jedi.
Yeah. So
Wrong, but
so it's
We'll agree to disagree.
it's gonna be really awesome to hear what he has to say. He didn't join us for our middle episodes, but you're caught up, right?
Yep.
And I'm looking forward to hearing what you have to say. I feel like I have to forewarn everybody that I think that majority of this episode is going to be negative.
Yeah.
loud noises.
Yeah, maybe turn your sound down a little
And
bit.
so
Yeah, this is going to be your headphone warning.
if you're one of those people that enjoyed this show and really enjoyed it and liked it, just know, like, this is kind of like a trigger warning, I guess, you know? Like, just know that, like, I don't think any one of us have very many positive things to say about this show. So, yeah. We'll do this in traditional fashion as always. We'll do a real brief spoiler-free section, like super brief, and then we'll get our final impression scores out there, and then we'll dive into all the things that we need to get our frustration out about. So, without further ado, since this is your first episode live here in the studio back home, Connor, what are your spoiler-free thoughts on Ahsoka as a whole?
Don't like it. Don't do another one. Thank you. Please. Not good. It was not good to see. I watched, as like you said, the first two episodes when they first came out, and then I kind of just stopped watching it until I moved back. Literally, like, yesterday I watched all of them, the rest of it, and I don't want any more.
It's okay. We'll get into the specifics.
Yeah. It's hard to talk about without getting into specifics, but
no, I get you.
Dave Filoni, come on, man. This is your girl, man. Get your shit together. Come on.
Not wrong.
Yeah.
What about you, Taylor? What are your thoughts?
Honestly, by the end of this, I kind of feel like I just got like pranked.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, where the cameras at?
Where's the real episode, Dave?
Yeah.
Where's the real ones?
I can't like believe that this was somehow had anything to do with Dave Filoni, like being written and stuff.
And this is his character. This is like his fucking. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, this is literally just like full on Disney Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like in its purest form. So, yeah, that's all I got for this. until
Yeah,
we get into it.
I was pretty disappointed too. There's a few things here and there that are cool visually, sound design, some things here and there, but overall, at the end of the season, um, one, I feel completely unsatisfied with what I was anticipating this series to be, and like what this series, what I thought this series was supposed to, the story that this series was supposed to tell. Like I don't feel like it I don't know, and maybe that was just unrealistic expectations on my part, but um, yeah, we'll talk about that. But I feel super dissatisfied, and I feel like I watched a different character on screen than I know from the series, and I don't
You
like
did.
that.
You watched many different characters.
Okay, all right, smart ass.
Well, I'm just saying, like, was she even there? I don't.
Yeah, so we'll get into that in the spoiler section, ladies and gentlemen. For now, let's roll right into our scores. Give the people a finite decision on the outcome of this series. As far as scores go, overall, I'm gonna give it a 4. It functions, it plays. There's some cool stuff in it. Sometimes like there's some cool scenes and some cool visuals and there's a few like nostalgic moments that actually do work for me, whereas most of them don't. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a solid 4. What about you, Taylor?
Well, after having watched this like horrendous finale, I'm gonna give this show a 3.
Ooh. Okay. Connor?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Taylor on this one. This show's a 3. It only gets a 3 from me because of the little member berries. Oh, you like this? Do you remember that? So that's nice. Thanks for that. That was the only nice thing. It's that okay? That's a little harsh, but I don't know. Fuck you. I don't care. Fuck you. Yeah, 3. It's a 3.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. So those are your scores, ladies and gentlemen. Those are our spoiler free thoughts. And if you guys are paying attention to the general reception of this show, this is very controversial. At least our opinions are. It seems like the general opinion on this show has been received really, really well, and a lot of people really like it. So I think this is going to be an interesting conversation to have about why most people are wrong.
Yep.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to serve as your official
Spoiler alert.
Okay, so I mean, I don't know if you guys have really paid attention to like the general reception
Nope.
to the show,
No,
but it seems like everybody loves this show.
I'm not surprised.
Like, it seems like everybody thinks it's that Dave Filoni knocked it out of the park, and that this has been some of the best Star Wars that we've gotten recently. And we even had an interaction with one of our viewers on one of our Ahsoka episodes, which I'm very grateful for your conversation.
Yeah.
But I just don't understand. Like, even, unfortunately, even after the conversation that we had, I still don't understand what it is that people see in this show. The action is slow. The lightsaber duels are lame, for lack of a better word. And the core characters that this show is supposed to tell the story of are fundamentally different than the ones that we got and the ones that our fan base fell in love with from the original shows, from Rebels and Clone Wars. So I just don't understand what people are getting from this show that makes everybody enjoy it so much. Do you guys have any thoughts on, like, speaking objectively, right? Like, we're obviously, all three of us are super big fans of Star Wars, super big fans of Ahsoka in general. But if we can look at it objectively, is there anything that you guys can see in the show that is appealing to people and causing everybody to be giving it these great reviews?
Yeah. So if I didn't watch Clone Wars or Rebels, I would have been like, this is a pretty good show. So I think that for most probably older and younger kid audiences who didn't grow up watching Clone Wars or Rebels on Cartoon Network. This is probably like all they know is Ahsoka from Mandalorian, and
Right.
you know, I don't know. That's what I would think. But I get that if you like the show, that's fine. You know, that's great. I'm not saying fuck you because you like the show. Just like
I'll see that.
yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Just for my own opinion, I like falling in love with this character specifically. I just want to remind everybody the show is called Ahsoka. The show is not called Rebels Part 2. So this show should be about Ahsoka. This show should not be about Rebels Part 2.
Right.
You want to have it be about Rebels Part 2? Just call it Rebels.
This is like the same effect that Disney did with the Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah. Honestly, it's been the Achilles heel of a lot of these biopic, we'll call them, series about specific characters, that they're not about the character that's in the title, and it's super frustrating because for me it's my biggest issue with the show. This show, when I'll talk about these maybe potentially unrealistic expectations that I had, but when I first found out that the show was greenlit and that it was happening, I was anticipating a show that was going to explain to me what the hell happened between the end of season 7 of Clone Wars and what we saw in Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett. Like, where was she this whole time? What was she doing? And like, who is she? And everything. And then we got this first episode that showed us this character that is, like I said, fundamentally different than the character that we know from the shows. Right? She's completely different, and like, it's okay. It's like in that moment it was okay, but what you failed to do was explain to me why. Why is she fundamentally different than what she was when we knew her from the other shows? You just gave us this new character that's completely different, and we're just like, you gotta accept it for what it is. Now she's the new Yoda. That's like, what? What are you talking about?
It is what it is.
Yeah. So you know what show did this better was Tales of the Jedi. The episodes that had Ahsoka in them, specifically the one that takes place after the Clone Wars,
right? With the
where she's getting hunted down by the Inquisitor.
Yeah, that
was a great representation of Ahsoka.
Yep.
And how her character has changed. But like Ocean said, if you're trying to tell a story that takes place after the fall of the Empire, way after that takes place, you know what I mean? There's got to be more character development. It's not just she's just old now and she's completely a different person. Like,
yeah,
it's not like she drastically changed between between Order 66 and when she fought the Inquisitor. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's just it doesn't make sense to me either on like how you get like, okay, this is the Ahsoka I wanted. It's like, why? I don't like where did this Ahsoka come from? Why is she not only way less power? I mean, she's not even like a Yoda. She's not even like Yoda's
at least a fucking master.
Yeah, like she's I would say less powerful in this show than she was
as a Padawan.
Yeah, like
here's what I will say to that real quick, and it's in agreement. I just want to say that like when Rosario Dawson was cast as Ahsoka in Book of Boba Fett and Mandalorian, I was super stoked. She looked great.
Yep.
She acted great. Like it was great to see, and there wasn't a whole lot of action in those shows, and so like it was great. But honestly,
well, except for the one action scene which looked bad,
right? But there wasn't a whole lot,
right? But you can't, so you can tell like, oh yeah, she's bad now.
But honestly, at this point, I almost wish they didn't cast Rosario Dawson.
Yeah,
because
there's no feeling.
The acting that she did in the like with her words and stuff was all fine. But the action was just so bad and so slow and so just not Ahsoka that I just couldn't believe it at all. Like it was so, it just broke the immersion for me. Every time she fought with her lightsabers, it was just so unbelievable. And I'm almost certain that it was because Rosario Dawson is just not capable of doing the things that are necessary to look like the Ahsoka that we know. And I it sucks, but like I said, I almost wish that she just wasn't cast as Ahsoka and that it was somebody else that was more physically capable of doing the things that we know Ahsoka is capable of doing.
I mean, the unfortunate thing is like she looks good as Ahsoka, like, but you
Physically.
clearly cannot physically
Right.
do anything like Ahsoka,
Yeah.
which is not a problem if you actually get a good stunt double to do all the work for you. Unfortunately, Rosario Dawson has stated that she is a fan, like a big fan of Star Wars and Ahsoka, and it was actually like a huge like moment for her when she was cast as Ahsoka, for like even her mom seeing her as a character in Star Wars, which is great. But if you can't do what the character needs to do, then you should probably have somebody else do it.
Yeah.
So as much as
I know people are gonna be like, well, in the lore, Ahsoka could do the Shibu Inu style, and she goes like this, and fucking, whatever. But I don't give a shit. It's not, I fucking don't care. Just because she can fight with one fucking lightsaber like Anakin Skywalker, because that's his fucking style. That's not the style that she prefers, or it was proficient at, or what made her unique was that her style with the fucking, micro blade and the big blade, and then she go, you know what I mean? It's like, I just want to fucking I just want to like, fuck.
I just want, like, look, I'm less concerned about the specific styles that she used.
Yeah.
And the very,
I know that's why the people are going to be like, well, that's why she's fighting like that. It's like, okay. But like,
no,
that doesn't fucking like.
But even that wasn't executed well.
That
like,
still was bad.
Listen, guys, if you just go watch episode 3, watch the fight between Obi-Wan and Anakin, and tell me that this is even remotely close to that. Like, I'm not asking for that because that's literally a masterpiece. But like when you have that up at the top, and then Ahsoka is like, knowing what Ahsoka is capable of from the shows and stuff, like she's close, she's able to get up there. Like, the scene in Tales of the Jedi where she's training with the 501st Troopers, and then she ends up having to defend herself against those same 501st Troopers, and is doing all these crazy acrobatics through the air, fucking 20 guys in a circle trying to shoot her. Like, that's what the kind of fighting style that Ahsoka has.
Yeah, it's not standing there just going,
yeah.
I can block all the lasers.
I could do a single spin. That's it.
But
like,
honestly,
even the lightsaber fights from the original trilogy, like episode 6, the fucking end fight between Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker, is like better than this shit.
I agree.
And it's not even like super fucking elegant and shit. It's like there's just it's like they're swinging long swords.
Everything is
because they're so awkward.
Yeah.
Everything is purposeful and makes sense. All of the movements that Ahsoka is doing, half of them don't make any fucking sense. Every time she tries to spin around somebody and doesn't
you
just
just get stabbed
immediately
right
get cut in half, doesn't make any fucking sense. So,
but in the show, she spins around so fast, you're like, oh shit, I didn't even know that fucking happened.
yeah,
Whoa.
exactly. And that's why it's frustrating, because in the show, yes, it makes sense. She's able to spin so fucking fast that people don't realize what the hell she's doing.
We're talking about the Clone Wars show.
Yeah, sorry, Clone Wars show.
Yeah.
But then we don't get that in this show. And I don't want to hear a single person say that, oh, she's older now, she can't do that. Fuck that. Yoda was able to leap around like a goddamn ping pong ball on a table trying to fight Dooku and shit.
Yeah.
So don't tell me that age has anything to do with it, all right? I don't want to hear that shit. That's ridiculous.
It's just really disappointing and sad, because I don't know. Like, the emotion that I got from watching Ahsoka in the Clone Wars and even in Rebels is nowhere close in this show. It's like,
I mean, Tales
even
of the Jedi
fight
too.
with like the final fight with Baylan Skoll. Baylan Skoll's a cool guy, but there is no fucking way that Baylan Skoll is beating Ahsoka. You're fucking sitting on my ass if you're telling me that Baylan Skoll is Seriously, you're fucking me. There's no fucking way. She fought Darth Vader in his fucking like
Prime
Darth Vader, like not even like Anakin's, like Darth Vader, where he's just like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Like, there's no fucking way that Balin Skull is more powerful than Darth Vader. You're fucking me in the face. That it's not a fucking. There's no competition. Okay, she fought him and she lived and like almost won. It's just like, come on, man. You can't have a fucking fight in Rebels between her and Darth Vader that's like super intense, and you know that Darth Vader's the most fucking powerful, scary motherfucker in the galaxy right now, and she beats him, and then she uses the Force teleport, bloop, and she goes into the fucking Shadow Realm and walks away or whatever. I fucking hate that shit, but whatever. It's fine. She survived. That's okay. You can do whatever. She's your girl. I get it, Dave. You don't want her to die. She's cool. She gets all the cool Force powers. I love that. That's cool. That's fine. Whatever. But you can't fucking tell me that this Balin Skull dude who wasn't even like... He's not the fucking chosen one. It's not like he's Anakin. Like, you can't tell me that he's on the same power level as Anakin
in this
Skywalker.
show, he kind of appears to be.
Yeah, it's
even
like
his intro scene was very, very Darth Vader in Rogue One discount walking down the hall esque.
I mean, his entire
cannot
quest in the
convince
show,
me.
he just appears to be like a very important figure.
There's no fucking weight. There's no backstory. There's no like, oh, he was, it was like he was like a fucking young man when the Order 66 happened,
right.
and it was like was still. It's like, okay, you can't he's just not on the same fucking level. You cannot convince me that he's as powerful as Darth Vader and that fucking OP that he can just be like, no, Ahsoka, a block, oh, you can't hit me, oh, I'm more powerful than you, bloop.
Honestly, if we look at it objectively, it does make sense because Ahsoka sucks.
I'm sorry, yeah, that's true. Ahsoka is just like an old, decrepit person in this fucking show, and she has arthritis and can't fucking fight. So I don't understand what the fuck. I don't understand why.
Yeah.
Why do you? What's the fucking point? She'd be like, I don't have to defeat you. I can use flares because I'm Ahsoka and I'm smart. Okay, that's cool. You're smart. That's very tricky. But like, come on, man. You could have totally taken him. It's not like you fucking took Darth Vader and you were like, yeah, it's no problem. Whatever. Fuck you. And you just did it.
Not this Ahsoka, though.
Yeah.
Not
These
this
are two
one.
different Ahsokas.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I keep thinking that. Ahsoka's supposed to be this one person, but I'm wrong. Ahsoka has to be this fucking just old dementia lady who fucking can't like
Connor's just not able to compute. His brain is not able to compute what the hell is going on.
It's just, what the fuck, man? Like, just, God.
No, I feel you. And this is exactly my frustrations with the show.
Like, where's her power to just grab the dude's lightsaber and be like, off, haha, and kill him? Like, what the fuck? Where's her fucking crazy powers where she could just do that shit? No problem. Like, he doesn't even have a red lightsaber. He's got an orange lightsaber. Come on. It's like, you're not even that.
Let's talk about Balin real quick. Let's talk. It's good segue. Let Connor take a quick breather.
Thank God.
Breathe, Connor. Let's talk about Balin a little bit. Obviously, rest in peace, Ray Stevenson.
Yeah, amazing.
Where do they go?
Guy.
Where do they go from here? Like,
I don't know.
I don't know, because they set it up and it's like, well,
they set up this,
what
this
else
really
are they gonna do?
omnious, like,
They're in a completely different galaxy.
Yeah.
What the fuck? What? Why? What? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do there? You go, oh, do planets. Okay, it's good. Now we're going into space. We're gonna do a fucking Starfield. Is that what we're doing? We're gonna do a Starfield. Let's go out there and just see what's out there. What the fuck are you gonna do? You just sit on this fucking planet for the next season?
Star Wars. It just works.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, this is not really space exploration because this planet is known. This is a known planet that they knew about prior to this, and it's a known thing. Like, it's not like this is a brand new planet. So
what are you gonna do? Obviously, you're just gonna send her back home. So what the fuck is the point? You're gonna have her just sit on this fucking planet for an entire another season, and then she gets to go home at the end? Why didn't you just fucking send her home and just get on with it? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So back to Balin.
Yeah, back to Balin Skull. What is his storyline? Like, where is this going? I don't understand what they're trying to do with this, like, blinking light out in the it looked like the Lonely Mountain-esque kind of thing.
No, it's the Great Gatsby.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
And I just
But he's on the Lord of the Rings, mountain
Arathorn
carving.
fucking statue. There's like a fucking God. it's like a Numenor.
Yeah, it
moment.
does look like a fucking Numenorian
Yeah,
thing.
so it's just like, okay, but what is this? And where do we go now? Because to my knowledge, there hasn't been any like official word from Dave Filoni or Disney about what they're doing with Bane and Skull now that unfortunately Ray Stevenson has passed. So what do I just like turn that brain?
Delete that.
Yeah, do I just delete that from my memory? Because there's these very like big themes that are going on with, especially at the end of episode 8, they show all where everybody's at, right? They show Shin Haiti, with the Nomad tribe. They show Ahsoka and Sabine with the Noti tribe, and then
with the
The
Hermit
turtle-
Harfoots.
yeah, the Notis. And then Bane and Skull off on this Numenorian statue, looking off into the distance at this blinking light.
And Ezra's back with
And then Ezra's back
Rebels.
with Hera, right? Which, again, real quick, super, like, big moment that felt super underwhelming.
it was
And again, the
it
show's
was-
called Ahsoka, not Rebels Part 2. So maybe we should focus on Ahsoka a little bit more. I don't know. Maybe that should be the show.
I mean, I'm all for the nostalgic.
Yeah, I love the stuff. I was like, oh, it's Rebels. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, it's the Clone Wars. Oh my god, that's so cool. And then you go back to Ahsoka and it's like, oh, I'm getting fucked in my eyeball? Okay. Sorry, I forgot about that. That's right. Why don't you just make a separate show and then you can merge them together? How about you do that? How about you make a separate show with the Rebels and then you can put them together?
Well, see, okay, but now you're conflicting with the so-called amazing idea that just fucking construes from anything Disney touches and Marvel and all this shit, where everything has to be intertwined together. So it's all garbage because some things are bad and some things are good, but because it's bad, they're just all like lesser
Everything
for
is
it.
connected.
Yeah, I would love to see Ezra and Hera's,
Like that reunion was
reunion
nice.
blossom and his
I
help
thought it was kind of
taking down
But no.
Thrawn.
What I'm
Kinda bad.
trying to say, like the idea of seeing Ezra and Hera reunite, in theory, is awesome because
oh yeah. Okay.
they're lifelong friends, and
Yep.
you know, like it's. I mean, like I would almost say like Ezra is like a little brother / son to Hera, because Hera and Kanan were together, and Ezra was Kanan's Padawan. So like that relationship is there, and it's really cool. In theory, it was really cool to see them reunite, but then they just kind of like stood there and looked at each other,
Bro,
and like, "Hey."
the entire
back.
scene was done so bad.
Yeah, and
Also,
nobody at the end of the show.
Did nobody learn from Bane and Skull showing up on an Imperial fucking transport?
Hey, let's go. Bro, didn't you survive this fucking massive war between the Empire? Why are you just letting an Imperial ship land on your
Yeah.
fucking cruiser?
And everybody's just
then
kinda
everybody
like,
stands there. And then they're like, oh, hey, look, it's a stormtrooper walking out of the ship. And then he like literally just walks up to the middle of the fucking room
Yeah.
in the
Yeah,
hangar.
nobody even
They're
says,
like,
says,
oh,
"Hey,
wait, what's going on?
Nobody
here?"
says anything.
Yeah.
The only person that does anything is Chopper.
And not only that, there's no urgency in the show.
Yeah.
There's no urgency in the show because nobody at the end of the show is like, oh shit. Hey, Thrawn's back. We should probably get on that, right? We should probably start
Yeah.
immediately get over there.
Yeah,
No, let's all just stand there and be like, it's me.
that's the
It's me.
Sabine
See, here's
problem.
the thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
fuck
same thing.
Sabine. This entire show,
Hold
fuck
on,
you.
hold on.
I'm
We'll
sorry.
get there. We'll get there.
there.
We'll get there. But to go back to Bane and Skull yet again.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
I just want to know where that's going. I just want to know, like, because
I assume they're going to recast him.
Well, I think so, because I actually heard this really cool fan theory about the names of Shin Haiti and Bane and Skull, because Haiti and Skull are I think they're Norse
Norse
gods,
gods.
Yeah.
and they're two wolves, right? That one chased after the sun, one chased after the moon,
Yeah.
and then their paths diverted from each other, and then they came back
For Ragnarok.
for Ragnarok. And so, like, in theory, that concept sounds kind of cool, right? Right
Yeah.
now they're separated, following their own paths, and then maybe at some point they intertwine back together and things are different. So if that is kind of what they were going for, really cool, and I like that. But what do we do about how Ray Stevenson is unfortunately Maki? You know?
I don't know. It's gonna be weird.
Yeah. Do you think they have enough to do the whole
No.
CG stuff?
Oh,
Like,
I doubt it.
no.
I doubt it.
Damn.
Because usually when they do that, it would have to be just like planned, like not like, oh, we know you're gonna die, so let's
Yeah.
just capture all this. It's usually like they already had an idea of like, oh, this scene's gonna be very heavily like action oriented, so we want to do like a lot of captures and
Right.
stuff of their bodies and stuff, which from this show is not a whole lot. So
Yeah,
I doubt
I
it.
don't know. It's a bummer because he
He
was one of
he's
the
a cool
bright
character.
spots.
He was.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah.
When I'm talking about Ahsoka and Balin Skull's fight, there's nothing against him. He did a very good performance. I think he played Balin Skull very well.
Yeah,
I liked his
I mean, I wasn't a fan of how you fought, but
I mean,
he's
he's
still
supposed
really
to be
cool.
that old like knight
Yeah, old
style,
knight style.
long,
Yeah,
Which
I
is
mean-
fine.
sword style.
Him being slower but more powerful, totally cool.
well, I mean, yeah, we talked about that. Like, I don't mind that it's a European style for him. It's really cool because it is different for Star Wars, at least. But it wasn't quite what I want. Like, if you're gonna do that type of fighting, it's
Bro,
just
give
not
us a
quite
shield,
there.
dog. Give us like a fucking. I don't know. I think it'd be cool if there was some kind of like shield that he could have used.
Yeah, or give him a cross guard. I don't know.
Yeah, but then that would just be. All I would see is Kylo Ren.
That's true.
Yeah.
But it would look.
But
cool.
they could have actually what they could have did was given him not a cross guard to so they don't copy Kylo Ren, but like a the shielded hilts.
like a rapier?
Spaniard.
Yeah, kind of
Spaniard.
like a rapier, but not
Oh.
like a cutlass.
yeah, more like a cutlass.
Okay.
That would have been cool. Yeah.
Just to
Yeah,
make it a little
like
different.
a different hilt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which they kind of did in what was it, Visions? Like, you know how they explored that one Inquisitor had a very European styled
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
he did.
saber. They could have did something like that with him, which I think would have matched his character. It would have been really cool.
Yeah, that
Instead of like his like everybody's fucking lightsabers in this, aside from Ahsoka's, but you suck.
Also, how did her lightsaber get cut in half, but her hand was fine?
Look, we don't.
All right, my bad. Sorry.
Cutting does nothing in this show, except for the enemies.
Yeah.
then it matters. But yeah, that would have been cool.
Okay, look, there's one thing positive that I do want to say about this show. I appreciate. I'm gonna say it. I know it's a fucking cheap thing. There's two things. I appreciate. I appreciate the member berries. Okay, thank you, Dave Filoni. I appreciate the fucking. Remember this? I do remember that, and I liked it. Thank you. I like the Clone Wars shit. I like the fucking, like, going back. I fell for it. I was like, oh my god, Anakin. Oh my god.
I
During
did.
the Clone Wars, he's wearing this thing. Like, I love that. Okay.
His general.
Yeah. And it's, she had the blue lightsaber. She was fighting the fucking Mandalorians. I was like, okay, that's fucking sweet. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay. And then the other thing I appreciated, but then as soon as I got out of that, I was like, oh, no, that was just a fucking prank. That was a joke. They got me.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they gotcha. No, we're back to shit. Fuck you. That's what they said.
Wait.
But
Yeah, go ahead.
besides that, I also really appreciated the practical effects in the show. A lot of people were like, the only discourse that I saw where people were saying that the Clone Wars scene was all CGI and did not look real. Those are definitely real clone trooper suits. They're not.
Oh no, yeah, they're real and they're fucking retarded.
Yeah,
But
they don't look. I mean,
Tyler's
but-
talking about the running.
Look,
Everybody
Oh,
does
yeah.
running
look, if you're gonna do the Clone Wars, all right, I have standards. And
Yeah.
This fucking was awful.
I get it. They don't look the same as the CGI ones from the prequels. They had a lot bigger budget, so they could just do. Like,
Well, I don't even just mean their design. Like the suits are fine. They like the Phase 1 and Phase 2 armor. They looked fine. They weren't cool, but
Yeah.
they were fine. I just mean the actors they had in the fucking suits
Yeah.
look like idiots that have never run in their life.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
on top
they
of
did-
that, the entire fucking battlefield was flat.
Yeah.
They're all literally just running in a fucking empty room that had like some fucking sand sprinkled everywhere. And then they had CG fucking AT-ATs walking around in the
Yeah.
background. Like, no, that's not good enough for me.
Okay. I get that.
But I get why people will fight
appreciated
in
the
there.
practical effects. I appreciated that they put everyone in an actual fucking suit in an actual.
Some of the
stormtrooper
CG
suit.
was awful this show, by the way.
Yeah, it was. But thank you for at least trying to fucking put the practical effects in there. Okay, I appreciated the younger Ahsoka, like practical effects.
The headdress and
Yes,
stuff,
I appreciate that. I appreciate
That was actually
I-
the better Ahsoka.
Yeah, I appreciate Anakin's dress general outfit.
Rule.
Yeah, I appreciated that he looked exactly like he did in the Clone Wars. I really appreciated all that stuff. Thank you. That doesn't take away from the shit part of this show, but that's the positive that I got. That's it. So
Here's the problem with nostalgia berries. Okay.
yeah,
Nostalgia berries are
I know.
are awesome.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
great. And I also enjoyed a lot of them. Like there's a lot of lines that people said that were callbacks, obviously. Like one that I actually enjoyed, even though I hate the fucking character, was when what's her face? Oh my god, Ahsoka asked Sabine if she had been keeping up with their training, and she's like, "I've been trying," and she's like, "I have been." And it's obviously a callback to Yoda's "do or do not." There is no try, right? And I like that kind of stuff because that didn't drive anything in the story. That had nothing to do with the main like storyline. What the main storyline wasn't reliant on that memory that nostalgia berry being successful. So the problem with nostalgia berries is when you insert these nostalgia berries into the storyline, and the effectiveness of the storyline is reliant on these nostalgia berries being effective
yeah,
or being
I agree.
successful.
Yeah.
Dave Filoni put too many nostalgia berries into the storyline in order for it to be successessful, and in my opinion, it actually hindered the storyline from developing anywhere.
No, I agree.
Because at the end of these 8 episodes, what the fuck happened?
No, I agree.
All that
completely.
happened was that Ahsoka and all these people went into another galaxy and Thrawn came back. That's it. That's all that fucking happened. That like literally, that's all that happened. So, your storyline was hindered by all these things instead of being helped.
But maybe that's a sign that you should just do the other stuff. Just do the stuff that just do the memory stuff. Just go back to just make a live action Clone Wars. Just go back to that.
I don't know if I want that.
Yeah. I don't
Look,
think I
I just
want
fix up some of the stuff
Well,
for Taylor.
Look,
but
I don't
just
want
go
that.
back to that.
I don't want that from Disney. Let me put it that way.
Yeah, but I agree with Ocean because yes, I was blinded whenever the member berries happened, and I was like, oh my god, and I was like, thank you, Dave Filoni. But like, obviously by the end of the fucking show, I was like, what the fuck was that? Because he's right, and they just went from one place to the other place, and that was fucking it. It was a story about going from A to B, and then to C. Just for Thrawn. And
Well, this is one of the things I like always talk about, right? Is whenever we're talking about something like something that we all like share. It was the same thing with The Last of Us. People get so fixated on like one singular thing that they don't realize, like when you just like you always say, like when you step back and you look at the whole thing, does it actually do anything good or important? No. Most of the time, it's fucking no.
Right.
It's just bullshit.
not even. They weren't even like. They didn't even acknowledge that Thrawn's back in the thing. They were just like.
I think that was
There-
intentional, though. I think that was intentional for the reason because
Yeah, they're gonna make the next season about fighting Thrawn. But I just saying.
Well, yeah, because I think this season happens concurrently with season 3 of Mandalorian. There's a couple fan theories that I saw that.
Well,
were
they
pretty
talk about
convincing.
the new war on Mandalore or whatever.
Yeah, and then they also one part of the theory that I thought was really cool was, the reason why Grogu was able to see the Purgils in the season 3 is because those were the Purgils that were transporting Ahsoka to the new galaxy. Thought that was a cool little thing, but
Yeah.
that's besides the point. This happens concurrently, so I think what they did or what they're intending to do, because in all of the other series, nobody knows that it's Thrawn that is pulling all these strings.
Right, so it's gonna be a big Avengers moment.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, Avengers assemble, and they're all gonna like pop in and have this giant battle of Thrawn. I get it. I'm just saying this show has no fucking like. It's just I was like literally just sliding through fucking maple syrup this entire show. I was like, oh, are we getting there? No, okay. And it's just like it's like there's no urgency. There's nobody like. The only person that was urgent was when Hera was like, "There's something wrong happening," and then they were like, "Well, okay," and that was it. And then she was like, "I will just sit here." Like at the same, like and then they come back and we were just immediately like, "We gotta go. John's here. We gotta go right now. He's got the big ring. We gotta go." Like no,
yeah, but
no.
nobody cares.
Yeah,
bro.
nobody cares. And I want to talk about how fucking retarded the New Republic political system is.
Oh
Bro,
my God.
not
Get the
even
fuck
not,
outta here
not
with that.
just that, just the entire
Where the fuck is Luke
fucking
Skywalker?
Republic.
Okay, he needs to come in here and just be like,
Well, he removed himself from.
yeah, I get it. I'm just
society,
saying.
but-
I'm just saying. We're all the old characters. We're the old Leia, where she'd be like, "We gotta go fight." It's not. Well, I said,
All we get is the I'm gonna send C-3PO
yeah.
over
Look,
there.
I get it. She's
Okay,
not there.
that was kind of cool.
It was
though.
cool. That was cool.
I like that.
She stepped
I thought
in.
it felt
she
very
stepped
weird.
in. I like that, but she could have taken a little more proactive part. I'm just saying. She was a little more proactive in the rebellion. She could be a little more proactive here.
I think
Obviously,
they
she
purposely did
believes Hera.
that because Carrie Fisher is gone. I think
Right.
if Carrie Fisher was still alive, they probably would have included Leia physically in this show. But I think
they had CG Leia before.
yeah, but everybody fucking hated that. So pretty sure
That doesn't
Even
stop
if she
them
wasn't
from
there,
doing
I'm
it.
just saying that her character.
Everybody hated the Disney trilogy, but they're making another one.
Yeah, the character could have at least been like, "Hey, I'm sending a fleet of fucking Death Stars." I don't know what the
no,
Death
because
Stars.
in this show, the fleet is probably the equivalent of like a platoon. So I need a
You're like a battalion.
army
Yeah.
so that I can get at least a fucking company level.
Look, Star Wars, Star Wars military.
It's, well, no,
numbers
no,
are
it's
not-
not even Star Wars. It's just Disney.
Yeah.
Because they fucking use. They
just
just
use
throw
whatever
around these
words
fucking
sound
words,
cool.
but they don't understand what they mean, apparently.
They say words that sound cool because everybody thinks, oh, battalion, squadron. Like that sounds cool, but they don't
Then they
understand.
have 3 dudes.
Yeah. They have 4 TIE fighters as a squadron.
Yeah, the New
like,
Republic
meh.
fucking sucks. They're
I mean,
the
at least,
people who are
like,
running it
you know what's
suck.
stupid too is like they have all that dumb shit with the Republic, right? Like they're all just retarded and don't
Yeah.
understand the shit. But Thrawn does.
Yeah.
Like he's always accurate when he's like, yeah, just send like 2
TIE
guys
fighters.
or like just 1 squad. Like I
He's
can't
like,
risk
dispatch 2 TIE
Yeah, I
fighters.
can't
if
risk
they find their mark,
any more men.
tell them to
So
engage.
this
Okay,
is
We
what
I
lost
will
they
both
do.
say-
TIE fighters.
That was the other.
That's
thing.
Thrawn
fine.
was actually great. in
That's
this.
Yeah.
fine. Give
Yeah.
a citation to their captain. I was like,
Yeah,
yes,
it's fucking hilarious,
yes,
bro.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I will say
I fucking love Thrawn.
yeah,
He's
that's
so
the
good
third
in this
positive. Thrawn in the I'm sorry, the fourth positive. Balin Skull's the third positive.
He-
Fourth
like
positive.
so good.
I will
Thrawn.
say Thrawn is absolutely the best character in the show.
100%.
by
Yeah,
the way.
100%.
Like
Reminds
he's
me of the Rebels
completely
Thrawn.
like
They did a
actually
really good
flushed
job.
out. The actor's amazing. He looks great.
Yeah.
Does exactly what he needs to do, and it's just perfect.
Yep.
He plays the
Balin's
Grand
really
Admiral.
cool. He
Everything.
obviously doesn't get the whole lot of development, and we don't know
And
what's going to happen to the
probably
rest.
won't,
But he was still really cool.
Yep.
Pretty much everybody else
Sick.
kind of sucked ass.
but- I mean, Chopper is cool.
I don't care.
Chopper
About,
is still trying to commit war crimes, so that was awesome.
I don't care about droids as much as
Shoot the ship down. We can. It's gonna fall on the
K2SO.
city. It's
K2SO
like,
was way cool.
Is that bad?
Yeah. I don't know.
No, Thrawn is legit.
Yeah.
Thrawn is the best part of the show, in my opinion. I just wanted more of him
Next to
the whole
Balin Skull.
time. Nah, I think
Balin
Thrawn
Skull's
is
like second.
Oh.
yeah, I would say
Yeah,
Balin-
he's second.
Like
but
Thrawn's
Thrawn,
best.
Thrawn is like way above
Yeah.
him though.
Yeah.
even the gap between him and Balin Skull
I'm
is
saying
pretty
they're
big.
definitely the 2 best characters in
Yeah,
the show.
they
Yeah,
are though.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, they are.
But Thrawn is legit.
Yeah,
like
he is.
Thrawn is how you should have done Ahsoka. Not meaning like, oh, they should have acted the same. But you took a character that we know and maybe not be beloved like Ahsoka is, but that we know and are super familiar with from the shows, changed a little bit of things about him, but gave us explanations as to why somewhat and made sense. And then his character was phenomenal in
Yep.
this show.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was phenomenal. Another character that I do want to shout out that I thought was actually pretty good as far as execution goes. I think Morgan Elsbeth's character
Morgan was really good, too.
Was really
Yeah.
good as well.
I do.
She gets shafted, but
Yeah, she gets
but she
shafted,
is a good
but-
character.
Hey man, sometimes sacrifices got to be made, dog.
No, I mean I get that.
No,
I just mean like in general, like
Yeah.
they didn't do as much as they
could
could
with
have.
it.
Oh yeah, don't
But
even
she
get me
was
started
really
on
good.
fucking witches, dude.
But I won't say because since I've been shitting on a lot of the different styles of this show, Morgan, for some reason, who has a fucking flaming sword, is the only one that, to me,
can fight good.
matches
Yeah.
what she is trying to portray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like a Chinese,
It's a very
large,
Chinese
great
crouching
blade style
tiger
of fighting,
hidden-
and it's
Yeah,
fucking
right, okay.
great.
Yeah.
Why is this character the only one who doesn't even have a lightsaber, knows how to fight with a fucking sword?
Yeah, it's great. I really liked it, and I really liked seeing the blade of, was it Lazen?
Lazarus.
Talzin.
Talzin.
Mother Talzin.
Yeah, Mother
was,
Talzin
from the Clone
From
Wars. She died.
Dathomir. She's the mother of Darth Maul, right? Isn't she Darth Maul's mom?
No, Darth Maul. So she's Asajj Ventress's mother. She's the mother of all. Basically, she was the mother. They're not. She's not like the mother.
Yeah.
But she's like the great mother of Dathomir. So she directly.
I know she did this. The
Yeah, she wasn't the mother
induction
of Darth
ceremony
Maul.
for Asajj
Yeah.
Ventress or whatever.
Yeah,
you
so
call it.
she was like, Asajj Ventress is basically like her child. Darth Maul was just, they picked him because the males are the like subservient species on the planet. They just picked him to be
their champion.
the warrior that they give to Darth Sidious. And then when they bring him back, when he's all fucked up, she's like, take your revenge because they're plotting against Darth Sidious and
I'm pretty sure the same. I thought it was a nostalgia berry, but I thought it was pretty cool that they did like the same exact ceremony that they did for Asajj Ventress.
Yeah.
For Morgan Elsbeth.
Yeah, very cool.
It is cool.
But
Yeah.
I just gotta say, the Great Mothers, cool, but come on, man.
They're really
Where's the magic?
inconsistent
Okay,
in this fucking
the magic
show.
was at the end. The magic was at the
Magic.
end. That was cool. Where the fuck was it? What are these dumb fucking balls that they're taking? Okay, what that like? Just do the fucking green thing where you're just like, and you can just fucking like teleport people and stab them with the fucking doll and kill them or whatever. I'm just saying, okay.
I really
did some
hate how
crazy
this
shit in the Clone
show
Wars.
is
Yeah,
just
they did.
so horrible with
Yeah.
powers in general.
Yeah,
With the Night Sisters, with the Force, with any of the
Yeah.
fucking Jedi. Like,
yeah. It's
all
like
of
they
it's
weren't
just
even. They were
fucking
just using
wild,
the Force.
bro.
It was like, come on.
Yeah.
They
I thought so I got a quick question that I want to know your guys' opinions on. Were all of Thrawn's troopers always reanimated by the Night Sisters, or was just when we saw them when they actually got them reanimated?
Yeah, no, that was just when they
Yeah,
did
just
that spell.
yeah.
Okay,
Just
so-
that's why they had Morgan give like a
A blessing.
what do you call it? Like a briefing
Yeah.
to his troops for volunteers. That was when she explained to them, look, you're going to fight, you're going to die, and then we're gonna bring your body back
Yeah, they don't
Yeah, it's
specifically
not-
show that,
for Thrawn.
but she implies that
Yeah.
you have this blessing that will protect you from.
because that was another fan theory that I heard up until this point, that all of Thrawn's soldiers were reanimated by
No.
the Night
Yeah.
Sisters.
Because if that was the case,
They wouldn't be able to speak
not only that,
or
but
walk properly.
he wouldn't care about losing troops prior.
Right. No, you're right. You're right. That makes sense.
And I'm pretty sure all those pods in the fucking thing are like Night Sisters. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that was another question that I had. What the fuck is this cargo that is such a big deal?
it's either Night
going
Sisters
to-
or it's the male species that they turn into zombies, like they did in Jedi Fallen Order on
Oh.
Dathomir.
Yeah.
Because that's basically like they have their soldiers are like just reanimated. Like the Dathomirian soldiers, once they die, they are just reanimated soldiers, so they just have an endless army or whatever. So I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure those are all the coffins from the catacombs that they were talking about.
Yeah. It's actually going to a museum. They're meeting with Indiana Jones.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure they're either Night Sisters or male Dathomirian species, and they're just going to be reanimated into
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that.
assassins or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Which is cool, but
There's a lot of them in there, so
Yeah, there is.
yeah,
There's a lot.
I mean, he needs an army.
Yeah. Okay. Let's wrap this up with the, I think, universally agreed upon worst part of this show
Sabine.
is Sabine Wren.
Yeah, fuck you.
Okay. I have a lot of problems with Sabine Wren. First one that I'm gonna bring up. Stop taking your fucking helmet off.
You know what's irritating is, right? So like the whole time she doesn't have her helmet, but in the finale,
She
it just
just
randomly
happens-
fucking pops up
Bro,
everywhere. Bro,
I
the guy
literally-
took your helmet off like all the way over there. How is it on the ground right next
All
to
the
you
way
right
over
here?
it. She literally is on the back of that like rat dog horse thing, and like just pulls it out and puts it on nonchalant.
What?
Like it's just like, wait
just
a minute.
it's in your inventory. What is
Hold on.
this?
Wait. Like, it makes sense that Ahsoka would bring it with her, like, because Ahsoka found it after in the aftermath of the Beta Skull fight. Found it. It makes sense that she would bring it with her, but that's like a major piece of your like being. And
No,
we're not
no,
gonna,
no, it's not because she's not Mandalorian. Fuck
apparently
you.
not.
Yeah. She's
But
not
like,
an actual
there's
Mandalorian.
there's no like quick like, hey, you left this behind, kind of thing. Like,
Bro, let me
it's just, oh, I have my helmet now
let me say something. Right?
for like 20 seconds because then she just takes it right the fuck back
Boba
off.
Fett, all right, who's barely like Mandalorian,
He's a fake
but
Mandalorian.
he's more true of a
Oh,
Mandalorian
fuck
than
yeah,
you
he
are.
is.
The fucking sheriff of a town in the middle of a desert is more Mandalorian than
Yeah.
you are, and he fucking stole that armor.
Yeah, you pathetic excuse for a fucking Mandalorian. It's so frustrating that she's even in this show. I just would rather her
She's gotta
not.
be the emo. I've got attitude. Oops, I
Look,
don't care.
I don't even mind. I don't even mind that aspect.
No, that's why she doesn't
because-
respect the fucking Mandalorian culture. You fucking bitch. Why don't you go back to fucking Mandalore and learn some fucking manners? Oh, I'm sorry. Your planet has been glass. Never mind.
Well, it's fine now. I mean,
I guess
it's-
it's fine now.
it's
But fuck
livable
you.
now.
I don't care.
Bo-Katan is,
She's doing
Empress
stuff.
again, so it's fine.
Yeah. Well, she wouldn't. She'd be like, get the fuck out.
Yeah, like fuck you.
Yeah. It would,
We don't need
Even
you.
Bo-Katan would be like,
Bo-Katan would be
put
like,
your fucking helmet back on.
yeah, for as much as we have quarrels with other tribes, you can get the fuck out.
She just fucking sucks,
She
man.
sucks. And I know we said it was gonna happen, but the fact that she now has force powers is so
Apparently.
fucking infuriating.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating, ladies and gentlemen. I know that it was objectively, if you look at it from an outside perspective, probably a cool moment. Like, oh, she finally was able to pull her lightsaber.
Well, it's the whole Disney thing where everybody has the Force.
Just bullshit.
And everybody.
It's bullshit, and let me tell you why. Because if this is what you want to, where you want to go, you are essentially wiping away all of the greatest characters of Star Wars ever. Because the reason why Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Luke Skywalker, the reason why all those people were so amazing and so special was because of the fact that not everybody has the ability to wield the Force. That's what made those guys so
The
special.
Force, like, yes, the Force flows through everything.
But not everybody
you
has the
cannot,
ability to
not
harness
everybody
it.
can manipulate it and use it, yes.
And not everybody is able to just
Not everybody has 1,000 midichlorians, okay?
Right.
They-
That's
there's a
exactly
certain
why
amount of
things
midichlorians
like
that you need
Yoda
to have.
and Grogu are like 1 in 5 billion species.
not everybody has the ability to just wield the Force like that. And just being able to like somewhat use the Force takes years of training. Sabine Wren was getting choked out by this insanely awesome looking like death trooper kind of thing. I don't know what they're I think they're night troopers is what they're being called, but they're
No, those
they
are
look sick.
those are Death Troopers.
Yeah,
But-
you know what would have been cooler if she had just taken that fucking thing on her wrist and been like, boop.
Yeah.
I had a big
How about
problem
that?
with the Death Troopers, like, but yeah,
Well, whatever. They looked
they
cool.
they look
But-
cool, yeah.
She was able to force pull her lightsaber. Okay, strike one. Stupid. Don't like it.
But
Oh,
immediately
you
after
forgot.
Hold
You
on.
forgot.
Hold on. Hold on. Pause.
You
Pause.
totally
Pause.
forgot
Hold on.
something.
No.
she... Okay, go ahead, go ahead.
No. Okay. Well, strike one is that she tried to help open the fucking door
Yep.
with Ezra. That's
Hey,
strike one.
Sabine, help out.
Yeah.
Oh no, all of us.
I'm doing something, right? Is this helping?
Strike 1.5 was her taking her fucking helmet off for some goddamn reason in the middle of a fight. And then strike 2 was her pulling the force pulling the lightsaber and killing the zombie, that night trooper, whatever. And then immediately after that, just all of a sudden knows how to fucking force push somebody up after they jump off a cliff and get them up on top of the fucking Star Destroyer. Look,
I mean, first of all, like, whether or not she's even capable of doing it is obviously just wrong. But secondly, who has ever fucking done this ever.
Well, okay, so there have been
there's
cases of people like
in the Clone
force
Wars,
pushing
Anakin would throw
Yeah.
the clone troopers up onto the like battlements that are like 100 feet
Yeah.
tall or whatever. But that's Anakin Skywalker, okay?
Right.
And this is not like
Years
he
of
just
training.
figured out how to use the Force, okay? There's no fucking way that she's like, ugh, and she shits herself trying to fucking pull the lightsaber to her hand, and then she can immediately just be like, oh, no problem. Yeah.
It's such bullshit.
But
It
on
takes
top of that,
years.
like the distance that you guys are doing this at, right? Like
Yeah,
this
it's
is
insane.
a fucking Imperial destroyer taking off from this planet.
Yeah.
All right. You were standing there fucking off for like 5 minutes trying to discuss what the fuck to do. And for some reason they're just like, oh wait, hold on guys, we gotta stop. They haven't decided yet. And then on top of that, they're like all the stormtroopers are like,
oh, what are they doing?
oh shit, they might be jumping on the ship. Let's go to the
Two of
hangar
them.
bay.
Yeah, just
And then
two
they're
of them.
like, oh, let's just stand here.
It's like, oh,
Are they gonna?
Yeah, they
Are
put
they
the
gonna
weapons
do
on
it?
him, they're like, we don't need to shoot him.
$5 says they can't make
Are
the
they
jump.
gonna
though.
do it?
$5.
Yeah. Bets anybody? Bets?
See, told you.
Yeah,
Told
they
you
were like,
you
yelling, they're like,
And then on
no
top
balls,
of
you won't.
that,
You want
they're
to
No balls.
yeah, no balls.
No balls, you all. And then when he felt, like when he
And
jumped and didn't make it, they're like, damn, skill issue.
And then on top of that, like, bro, why are you guys like, dude? Fucking Ezra's like, all right, we're gonna do this, and then he like gets into this like Olympic runner step,
No, he
bro.
looks like the
You're
Flash.
getting force pushed up there. Just jump.
Yeah.
You don't need to fucking get a running start.
Yeah.
You're not trying to
When has
physically
any
jump
Jedi
there.
who's proficient in the Force ever been like, hold on, I
need
gotta
to
get a
jump. I
running
need a
start to
running
make this
start.
Force jump.
Yeah, it's not gonna work unless I get
Yeah,
this little.
I can't
head
just
start.
do it like Mace Windu and go whoop all the way up to the fucking top of the thing.
And then to your point, when she's like struggling to fucking do the damn thing, all three of them, when they're like in the middle of the fight and they're like, the ship's like coming down, they're like, oh, hold on, we gotta stop this thing from falling. They're all just like, that's nobody does that with the Force, bro. Like,
Yeah. I absolutely hate the fact that Sabine Wren has the Force. What would have been
What would have been
What-
cooler is if she didn't have the Force at all,
Yeah.
and she was just she
If-
became a
if
great
she just
duelist.
died.
Forceless Jedi.
Yeah, and
That
she just
would've
became a
been-
great duelist like Count Dooku,
Yes.
and could fucking like out duel you, and not
Nah,
like
I don't-
or be
I don't
like
think-
General
I don't-
Grievous and just be like,
no,
I've
no, no,
got
no, I don't want any of that.
flamethrowers, man.
Don't do any of that because that ruins those characters. Don't do that.
Yeah, okay, you're right.
Just die. Just die.
I mean, at this point, yes.
it's not
just
worth
die.
it. Yeah, Sabine.
At this point, just die. Just
Yeah.
fuck off.
You did so many fucking things this entire show that just fucked the entire thing, dude. Like,
Are we just
And
gonna
then-
bypass
okay,
the
hold
fact
on.
that she
Hold
just
on.
betrayed everybody and
Look.
gave Bailey Skull the
Uh,
fuck?
you literally had like a 2-minute drop on Balin Skull. His back was turned to you, and you had a fucking gun, and you couldn't just
Two
pull-
guns
You had 2 guns.
and
dude.
a lightsaber.
He was about to kill your master, and instead of doing the fucking like thing that you know what Anakin would have done? Anakin would have just walked straight up to that guy and be like, "Pfft, "You're fucking dead. Fuck you."
No. He would have took his lightsaber
Yeah.
and then killed him with his own
Yeah,
lightsaber.
he wasn't even like bad Anakin either. That would have been like middle Clone Wars Anakin would just be like, it's war, dude.
Come on.
Like, what are you talking about? He's trying to kill you.
What are war crimes? Come on.
Come on now.
What? Let's look at the Clone Wars show, okay, Dave Filoni? Let's look at your show back. How many fucking war crimes do those people act? But they're all good Jedi, right? Oh, but they're good. But they're good guys.
Yeah, no, we're getting into the political Jedi stuff.
Yeah, whatever. I'm just
Jedi's.
saying, if he's done it before, she could have just shot him right in the back of the fucking head, and it would have been over. And then, you know what? You could have just skipped
if she
the whole
was
fucking
actually
thing.
Mandalorian, yes, she would have been able to do that.
She's not.
Yeah, she's not.
I
Hey,
mean,
how about
if
you
it
use
was,
your
if you
fucking
just took a regular
flamethrower
Mandalorian, they
rope?
wouldn't even need to shoot him.
She's not even at this point. I'm not even gonna call her Sabine because Sabine from Rebels was cool. I like Sabine. From
we're gonna
Rebels.
call her fuck. I'm just gonna call you fuck. You
Fuck
you
face.
fucked it, dude.
There's
You
also
fucked the entire show.
one major thing I had an issue with. I don't know if you guys did or not, but it's just the fact that they just kind of like nonchalant ruined lightsabers for me in this fucking
Oh,
episode.
they've ruined lightsabers for a long time. Let's
Yeah.
Yeah,
be
but
honest.
like, bro,
But
Ezra,
this one is bad.
I
This one
know.
is bad.
Look,
Ezra.
I know you're a Jedi, and like Hu Yang's there, and like they're kind of getting a little bit extra with Hu Yang.
Wait.
They're like,
Fuck
I
did you get the
trained-
goddamn kyber
I
crystal
trained
from?
everybody and everything. Okay, fine, whatever. But you might want to tone
Yeah,
it
you just
down a
have
little
extra
bit.
kyber crystals laying around.
Why
You
is
just
not-
made this lightsaber in the back of this fucking ship. What? What?
Hold on.
And I get that Cal
Hold on.
Kestis does it, but
It's possible, but where the fuck are you getting your goddamn kyber crystal from? Because we all know what it takes in order to fucking attune your kyber crystal. Like, or we should know at least, unless that's just not part of canon anymore. Like, you can't just grab a kyber crystal out of the mountain and put it in your fucking lightsaber. That's not how it works.
I mean, that's
Like-
besides the point. Like, for me, you don't just walk into the back of the ship, just like, yeah, I have all these parts here. I'm gonna just throw this shit together like it's fucking Legos, and oh, here we go. I mean, sure, I guess it adds fucking money for your goddamn lightsabers in Disney that you get to buy when you go to
100%.
Disneyland.
It's
Go
100%
fuck
the next-
yourselves.
That's the next one I'm buying, but
But-
whatever.
This kind of ruins, not like, this is just me being extra, but you're kind of ruining the whole point of making a weapon. Not anybody can just fucking throw shit together and it just works. All right. This isn't fucking goddamn, was it Fallout? It doesn't just work. All right. There is no 16 times the detail. You don't just get to throw shit together and here we go. I got my lightsaber. Number 2, let's go.
Well,
like-
that's his third lightsaber, right?
I don't
Not
give
only
a
that,
fuck.
but lightsabers themselves, the fighting, the blades, you fucking suck. Fuck you,
Well,
Disney.
yes, they all
And they're
suck.
not baseball bats, okay? They're not swinging baseball bats at each other. They're not just bouncing off each other like a boing, boing. Get the fuck out of here, okay? And then number 2, if you slice somebody, it doesn't just fucking go, oh, I grazed you, you're dead. Fuck you, okay? Just, I can't fucking take it. You just fuck me in the ass. And I just,
all right.
Okay.
But like I was saying, it kind of like, it just ruins the fact that, like in Mandalorian, right? We have the armorer. There are people that specialize in fucking attuning and making the shit for you, and it is customized to you as a fucking person or whatever alien.
yeah. When you first get your kyber crystal, you know what they do? You sit down,
And you
cross
have
your
to
fucking
meditate.
legs,
And you just
and
meditate.
and you meditate and use the force to build your lightsaber because the kyber crystal, and then and then you grab it. You're like, this is my lightsaber. Oh, I can feel it. Oh, and not just
There are many like it, but this one is mine. Right?
Without my lightsaber, I am nothing. Without me, my lightsaber is nothing.
Right? That's basically what I like. Just
Okay,
it's just
you guys are definitely right. You're 100% on track. That, and it is a big issue because you're discounting and you're wiping away all of the other things that are established in canon about lightsabers and about how they're built, how they're, like I said, attuned. Like you can't just grab a fucking kyber crystal from the mountain and throw it in your lightsaber. There's a whole process that you have to go to with purifying and
Yeah,
attuning
and it's
your
not
kyber
like
crystal.
that's not like it's just the first time lightsaber. That's just the only lightsaber you do that with. Fuck you. Whenever you make a lightsaber
Yeah,
with
every
a new
single
crystal,
time.
that's what you gotta do. Even when you take a crystal and you're like, I'm a bad guy, and you fucking turn it into a red thing, you still gotta use the force, you fucking fuck. You can't just fucking
yeah. This is like kind of part of the whole like religious aspect that is attached to these like
Yeah.
the Jedi and the Sith
and they're
and
just
stuff.
wiping it all away.
Because Ezra.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Yeah, and I'm not swearing at you guys, the viewers. I'm swearing at Disney. This is all. This is all.
let's clarify.
Yeah. To clarify, I'm talking to Disney right now. Okay. You fucking listening? Okay. Stop making them into baseball bats. All right. We're not playing baseball. This is a fucking. You're fighting to the death. Okay. They're not. Just make it a lightsaber, okay? It's not a fucking laser sword. It's not a sword. It's not a baseball bat. You're not swinging a baton. It's a fucking lightsaber. Have it. Okay, look.
And I do want to say it too, because
I do not understand how Sabine is more proficient in a fucking lightsaber fight than fucking Ahsoka, okay? You cannot have Sabine just killing everybody when Ahsoka's just like, oh shit, I'm struggling. Oh god. Ugh.
I also want to touch on, since we're talking about Ezra, how fucking stupid and ridiculous, which kind of ruins another moment that we had that was great previously, but is now not because of Ezra doing the whole when they initially get into the fight. And he's like, no, that's your lightsaber now. I don't need it. And it's like, oh, you're trying to do like a
Like a
BDE
force
move.
only,
Okay,
yeah.
whatever.
Like,
You just gave us yet again another fucking amazing fight with Vader doing this fucking like only force power fight.
yeah.
Was great. Now it's shit because even some jackass like Ezra can just do it. Granted, it looked stupid compared to Vader and it was like half-assed, but still, the fact that somebody else can just be like, not to mention the fact that every time you use the force, it's like there was a dude standing like a foot away from him and he force pushes him and the guy moves back like 6 inches.
Well,
But then another
it's 'cause
scene,
he's
the
not
next
as
scene
strong.
over,
Yeah, and
he
let's
like
talk about how.
flings a dude like across the fucking across the way.
Okay, when Ahsoka uses the Force, it should be like a fucking nuclear bomb going off. People should be flying into the fucking ozone because she's so fucking powerful.
Ozone.
She pushes it. She comes in on the fucking thing, goes, "Foo!" And then all the stormtroopers are just like, and they just fall over. Fuck you! She ain't gonna. She goes boom. They go fucking, and they fly over the fucking other side of the planet. Get the fuck out of here. She's like so attuned to the Force. You can't. There's no fucking way. There's no way that Ezra Bridger is like, "Puh," and then some guy randomly goes up. When Ahsoka force pushes somebody and they go kind of a couple feet and fall over. Get the fuck out of here with that. I can't. I'm just saying, like, she's obviously better at fighting like people like with lightsabers and shit than Sabine is. But when they're fighting regular people, Sabine's the only one that's going around fucking stabbing and cutting people up and shit. Just what the fuck? Like I can't. This whole fucking
Well,
thing.
until Ahsoka's like, go to switch the blasters, and then she's just like,
Yeah. Okay.
Han Solo
anyways, I
in the back
started
of the-
blasting.
All I could think of was Han Solo in the back of like
Yeah.
Battlefront 2. Heroes
Yeah, but
versus
Han
Villains.
Solo actually does shit, all right?
Yeah.
Sabine sucks.
Yeah, Sabine fucking sucks. Use your fucking shit more, man. You're a fucking Mandalorian. Get it
No,
together.
no, you're not.
No,
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 you're
no,
not.
I'm sorry.
No, you're
I'm
not.
sorry. Yeah, my bad. I'm sorry. She's not a Mandalorian. You have the fucking wrist shit. Just start using it. You use it like a couple times. You could use that way more. There's so many situations where you're getting fucked up that you could just be like, oh, I remember. I have a fucking blaster on my wrist. I could just fucking go, and you're fucking dead. I'm sorry. I forgot that I had that. It's only on my wrist.
Oh my wrist. All right. I think at this point we're beating a dead horse.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I
It's
flew
not.
off the rails.
It's not
Okay.
dead enough. So
It's okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd just like to apologize for all the swearing in this video.
Yeah.
I know we normally swear, like we're not shy from it, but this one definitely had more than usual. So I'd like to apologize for that. But it just goes to show how passionate we are about this. And it also, I think, just reemphasizes and reinforces my question of like, what is it that people are liking about this fucking show? Like, I don't understand. I mean, unless you're just completely new to Star Wars, and
I
have
mean,
no
that's the
idea.
only logical reasoning is
Yeah.
that you're just ignorant and
Like,
you have no
just
idea
don't
about anything.
know,
Well,
but
that's what I think about when I think about it. I'm thinking like this is like a million of my moms. They're just watching like there's a million of my moms and they're watching this, and that's why people are liking it because my mom would watch this and be like, oh my god, this is really good, and I'd be like, I fucking hate this show. Like,
But here's the
but
thing,
she would
though,
understand,
like,
and I would understand. I get it. I'd be like, yeah, okay, I get it. I get why you like it because you don't know.
in
or-
today's age, I just don't think there's that many of those people now because everybody just has access to everything. So
Well, see, what happened was all the Star Wars fans are just kind of like, we're just left here like brooding in this like garbage. But all the Disney Star Wars fans are
Yeah.
just like growing.
true.
And it's becoming this like exponential fucking force
We're
that
gonna,
we
we're gonna
can't.
start a war on this fucking channel.
We're going to start the rebellion.
The rebellion.
Thrawn will return.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for
Yeah. Once again,
Speaking-
nothing against you if you like this show. It's like I get it. Okay, you
you're
can
wrong,
like
but
Have fun with it.
enjoy.
Enjoy.
You're entitled to
It's not
enjoy
for
the
me,
show, and
but have at
that's the beauty of America. And,
But you know what fucking sucks though is as much as like if you like it, cool, enjoy it.
yeah,
And it's not for me. But what sucks is you still got shit lined up that's gonna come out that I'm
Well, what's
so excited for, but I know it's gonna fucking flop just like every other fucking show that's come out.
What sucks is that you're ruining by doing these shows and these characters like this. You're ruining those characters for us, for the people that grew up with them, for the people that fell in love with them from the original content. And when you do that, like sometimes when I watch shows like this and I see certain things, I almost don't want to watch Star Wars anymore.
but
Like
that's,
it's super sad
Yeah.
because like Star Wars is a massive part of who I am as a person. Like I love Star Wars probably more than any other fandom out there. And when you're slowly taking away these characters from me and ruining them on a big picture, it's slowly like making me not want to watch Star Wars anymore.
But I think that's the point. I think I've been thinking about this, and I think maybe it's just not for us anymore. Because there's the majority of people who are watching these shows enjoy them are just a different
they just that's what Disney is going towards now, you know. So I don't like. So that's what I'm saying. You know, maybe it's just that's just how it is because that's the majority of people who enjoy the show, and Disney obviously knows that, and they're gonna keep.
Do me a favor then. Just stop touching characters that are already established. Just come up with new ones like your stupid Rey Skywalker.
No. They're not
fucking
done yet.
Finn. Huh?
They're not done yet.
Yeah.
Like just stop. Stop touching.
You know
our
what's
characters.
what sucks.
But it's fine, and there's probably Ahsoka fans out there who really love the show, and that's more power to you. If you enjoy the show, that's great, and I understand, that maybe
Yeah, you're wrong. But...
yeah, I don't agree with it, but maybe, like I said, this is just the direction that people want Star Wars to go in. I don't know, but it kind of sucks for us. But maybe that's just how.
What
it
do
is.
you guys think, ladies and gentlemen? Put it down in the comments below. Like I said, we've had some conversations with some of our viewers about this particular topic, and I would love to hear from you guys what you guys think. This is obviously a topic that's very near and dear to us, and I always enjoy talking to you guys, even if we don't agree on stuff. Still, let us know.
Yeah.
And I'd appreciate it if everybody was civil about it. Like, I'm not going to be rude to you guys, so let's have a civil conversation about it. Let's not be dicks.
Yeah.
All right.
Again, I'm not swearing at any of you or accusing any of you or mad at any of you guys.
But fuck it.
I do want to say though,
to Disney.
if you're going to bring something up to us in the comments, say something useful or meaningful, and don't just tell me it's new, it's good for new people. Explain to me why. Like, actually say something.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for joining us on this one. I know it was a long episode and a lot of yelling, a lot of bleeding eardrums probably out there.
Yeah,
but,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I get a little. I'm passionate, okay?
Yeah,
I'm just a passionate guy.
That's why we brought you. That's why you're part of the show, buddy.
Yeah,
So-
I'm a passionate. I'm passionate in the sheets, and I'm passionate in the
Oh shit.
in the streets. You know what I mean? So just.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for joining us on this episode. We appreciate you. What did you guys think about the whole season of Ahsoka? Let us know down in the comments below. We really appreciate hearing from you guys. We're almost at that triple-digit subscriber goal, and we're super stoked for everybody that is sticking with us and continuing to watch our videos.
Yeah,
We
thank
really
you guys.
appreciate you guys. We're going to continue to pump out content as long as you watch it. So, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please like, subscribe, comment, share with a friend. Check out our social media as well as the shows here on the channel, and we'll catch you guys in the next episode.
Long live the Empire.
Bye, guys.